All right, while we wait a few minutes for people to realize we're live, I am, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to pop out the chat, and I'm going to go ahead and place something in the chat. A straw poll in the chat. Let's place that and shoot that off. What's up? All right, so we got some people rolling in. I'll start the review in a minute. I just want to let you guys know, if you're rewatching this, I didn't have time to edit a video or do a shorter review like I have for Fear the Walking Dead, but this season at least. But and that's because I'm working on this monster, which I just got finished, and holy crap. Yo, I put way too much work into this one. I was changing things around. I did some re-scripting. I'm going to open it up. Oh, I'm going to open it up on this page to show you what I'm talking about. This is the monster you guys are going to get tomorrow. Oh crap, it's a smaller monitor, but yeah, this is the monster you guys are getting tomorrow. Whoa, I mean, goddamn, I'm still not done. I got about an hour more to tweak on this. I got to cap the ending. Up top, you see I have to, let me pull this up, make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah, up top, I have to see this right here. I got to finish adding the numbers. This is for tomorrow for the Flaw and All review. Friday the 13th part 2 took way too long. And I realized what I was doing wrong. I was making, it just doesn't matter, but I was making too many changes, too many edits, I mean, even if you look at the edit now, a lot of them are going to be similar to this, but maybe not as crazy. If you look at this, this is a 22-minute-ish video, and what you're seeing right now are easily over 1,000 edits in the video. Now, as I zoom in, you get a better idea of what's going on, where every single little block, like see this little yellow block here on the screen? That's one particular edit. And they're all different, where there's edited images, there's edited video, regular images, there's manipulated ones, there's ones that are photoshopped, and that just has to do with whatever you're putting together. Like the beginning here, a playlist for previous Photoshop some. For those is that too loud on the thing? Down below.
Then what would it be?
Sounds like it's too loud. You Photoshop. Is that too loud?
Today.
Turn that down. It might be too loud.
A frightened retard?
Yeah, that intro is funny. I think it's funny as shit. Yeah, I think it's just loud in my headphones because of how I have it set up. So yeah, if you scroll through here, I mean, look at all that. Look at all that. And it just keeps going. It don't stop. But I really messed up and put way too much in that. Now that we have a number of people in here, we're going to go and kick off the review. Let me put this back over here so I can finish working on it. I'll probably finish in the morning and then post it for tomorrow. And depending on how long YouTube takes to clear it, it'll be either tomorrow or Tuesday at the latest. And that's only because sometimes they have this new clearing system for videos to make sure you're not cursing and putting porn in and other crazy shit. So who's blowing up my phone? Who mentioned me in Facebook? And why are you mentioning me? I'm too curious. Let me look. Oh, all right. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about now. Yeah, here's my review for this episode of Fear the Walking Dead. We're going to kick my review off right now, and then we'll dive into the fan feedback. Now, my review starts right now. So this episode was... Okay, that's it. I'm over it. Sucked. It was fucking drawl. Drawl, is that even a word? I made up a new word. As soon as it started and I was like, oh yeah, we got characters who are so stupid that as guests of the community are checking in, they have all the arsenal there as they're checking in. Like if I was new and wanted to ransack this place, all I would have to do is say, all right, let me go to your community, check my weapons in. Oh, you keep all your weapons up front in the check-in, huh? Oh, okay. Well, you're fucked. as soon as I noticed that glaring issue, and the reason why it's an issue is because they don't care. Their main focus is doing this Daniel's nuts storyline, which I thought was nuts. Anyhow, the way they should have done it, if we're watching characters that are actually intelligent, is the check-in for the weapons is only guest weapons. That's it. Guests have no clue where the community weapons are. They shouldn't. They should absolutely not even have a hint. And the community weapons should theoretically go to some type of policing force within the community that is strictly for getting walkers as they sneak in, or maybe you're drunk once your community gets big enough. And then it should be stashed for, the people that are going in and out of runs. So that right off the bat kind of had me thinking, like, what are they doing? And then they got this friendly rivalry going back and forth that I just couldn't stand. Oh, who's the inside guy? You ever watch that old horror movie? It's a body horror called The Thing, and really good body horror where they're in an Antarctic base and there's an alien that can morph into people, and it looks just like people, and one of the person, somebody, maybe 2-3 people, somebody is an alien, but they look just like humans. That's kind of like this, where it's like, oh, somebody here isn't who they say they are. But the thing is just like 17,000 times more interesting. So, yeah, I thought this episode was crap. Absolute crap. I didn't care for the twist or the time jumps and how they were doing the talking. I didn't care about how characters talked about each other, and I didn't give two flying shits about the storyline. I cared about nothing. I think I even zoned out at the end. I think I was drooling on myself by the end. So that's my review. I'm going to go ahead and say I hated the episode. I'm going to vote on the episode right now. Let me see what y'all voted for. Like is in the lead. Well, son of a bitch. Okay, we only got a few people that voted. If you don't know, there's a straw poll, and I'm going to put the link in the comment box again, and then we will... why is it telling me to sign in? I'm going to put the link in the comment box, and you guys can go and vote for the episode. I don't think anyone's going to be here because this episode was whack AF. Whack AF, brother. Let me see what you guys have to say about the episode. Let's pull this up. All right, so, howdy. I love the Daniel-focused episode. Oh, Wild Iris, you are smoking something. I still enjoyed it, but yeah, major step down. I enjoyed it. I still enjoyed it. Okay, I think I read that comment 5 times. Total Alexandria vibe. So stupid we've done this. Yeah, that's another part of it that gets a little... we've already done all this already. They're lucky they didn't get Oceanside. Rick and the group had those weapons on lockdown in no time. I know, right? Yeah, total dog shit episode. No progress was made. No, it was another stalling episode. Yeah, Kurt Russell was in that shit. No idea what I just watched. Made no sense. BXWH disagrees emphatically. I thought Ruben Blades' acting shined. I can agree with you there. I mean, Ruben Blades kills it. He's been killing it for 30 years as an actor, maybe 30 plus years. It doesn't do anything for the plot. Once the plot is shit, I don't care how gold the acting is, Not only is it just shit, I just don't care. The only thing I cared about this episode was the health of Daniel. I loved him and his character. I hope he's actually all right in the long run. But that's another thing, too, is I really like the actor and I really like the character, and I want them to do something substantial with his character. And I feel like focusing a whole episode on him and just showing that he's cracking up, but again, it's just kind of stupid ways where I don't feel like it's going to be a payoff at all to follow this. I don't think they're going to give us any type of rationale outside of he just cracked. Like, why did they send him to the thing? Oh, he just cracked. Okay, well, that's fucking boring and stupid and yada, yada, yada. Why did he steal the guns? And here's another one. They said one person can't blow it up as a decoy and then steal the guns. And here it was. It was Daniel who was at the meeting. So what? He stole the guns, set a timer, and I don't know. Just come on, man. And then forgot about it, almost shot Strand. I don't know. It hurts my brain. I hated it so much. No idea. Anyone else got any opinions? No Garrett Dillahunt, no thanks. Daniel went from badass to a weak and frail old man. Yeah, they did kind of jack the character up a bit. I love how Luciana and Dwight called Daniel an idiot for letting the zombies in to see who had the guns. They straight up called him an idiot. Yo, that was another one, too, that I was... Did they say you're an idiot? I want to actually replay that because I didn't catch that. Again, I was kind of drooling on myself trying to stay focused. But that part was really dumb. Like, you risk the lives of people in your camp so somebody would get scared and use a gun? And then not only that is, immediately I thought, oh, Strand. Yeah, he probably snuck a gun in. Now, again, Daniel's cracking, but still, the logic there is all types of flawed. Like, the person who snuck a weapon in is responsible for stealing the weapons? But I get it. He's cracking up to some degree. Let me back this up. Did he not call him an idiot? When does he call him an idiot? Did they do it at a different time? Yeah, I don't really care. I don't know. I was kind of hoping they said the words. Maybe it was at a different point. All right. Says season 5 in the title. It's season 6. Oh, that's because I saw an image of season 5 when I was putting it together. I'll fix it. Season 6. Yeah, I guess they're coming out with... I would imagine it's Blu-ray of Fear the Walking Dead, and it's a complete set where it has everyone's artwork for each season. It has Madison, season 1. It's like black and white, but really like, whatchamacallit? You know, promo images. Then it had, what was her name? Alicia was season 3 or something. Lucy was season 5, maybe mixed. That's what I saw right before I was typing in the title. Tonight, since season 2, we got it better at times and warm up, but it falls off a cliff and freezes to death. Yeah, it froze to death, all right. Oh, there you are. Scared me. What's up? All right. It felt like a PSA on dementia. I don't want to hear any more about the COVID precautions. If you're not going to film a good and interesting story, don't film something, because just don't waste my fucking time. Like, there's other TV shows, other movies. I have stacks of movies I haven't watched in forever. Don't waste our time when we could just watch something else. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear about this. Oh, no, it's okay that they make garbage TV because COVID, bro. Well, no, because they're going to be spending all their money. You know, they're going to be enjoying every riches and every, what's the word I'm looking for? Every pleasures under the sun. If they get to enjoy that, at least we get to enjoy the episode while we're watching it. So I don't want to hear that because their money spends the same, COVID or no. So I don't want to hear that shit. To be honest, in my opinion, the show went downhill when it switched to showrunners and then killed its best characters and Nick and just... well, yeah, it switched to showrunners. As a matter of fact, I I was thinking they switched again, but they didn't. I thought we all thought they were going to switch again, but I think you're right. When they switched to the new guys, yeah, I don't know. I don't like the tastes of what's put out there from the new guys. At least it doesn't fit my taste anyway. I remember when one of Virginia's soldiers hit Daniel in the head with the assault rifle. This happens when the group was on their knees in a lineup. Maybe that's how Daniel was losing his memory. But that would be fine if they pinned it to that and then it was morphed into something a little more interesting. I just felt like it was a wasted episode. What about sheesh? Y'all expecting Shakespeare or shine shit? Wait, what? Want that bad? Want that bad? Sheesh. I don't know. Do you think it was editing error or something that made it look like some characters were standing around while Dwight was about to get eaten? Yeah, it looked like the other characters were just standing in the background, just chilling. Like, yeah, go ahead. Oh, you gonna help me out, bro? I'm about to die. No. COVID. You handle that, you know? Anyway, do you think it was an editing? Yeah. Why do I keep reading the same one? Fear is pure dog water. Well, it got good for a bit there. Then it shit the bed. Look at the trailer for next week. Who was that guy? Looks like the dude from Terminator. Oh, I pulled that picture up. This popped up when I was looking for thumbnail images. It is the dude from Terminator. And I just watched a movie with him in it called Hunter x Hunter. Here's the other image, too, with Madison. I'm assuming, again, it was for some type of foreign release. Sometimes they collect the seasons. Madison's season 1. Lucy's season 5. That's what I saw right before I did the title. And then Alicia's season 3. And I was assuming it was some type of edit for either a Blu-ray or a digital promotion release, because it's all done in the same theme. So obviously it's, oh shit, we got what's his name is season 2. We got Nick as season 2. They did that with The Walking Dead too, where they combined them. Let's see what you guys have to say. Refresh those results. Like and men, okay, and hate. No, I'm sticking with hate. Full on hate. I don't know what y'all are smoking. I want a hit of that though. Whatever you're smoking, give me a hit. Give me a hit. Yo, a little heads up. Nah, I don't think any of y'all care. I was gonna give you a heads up on something that's fire, but if you are into Danny DeVito as the Penguin, look how ugly this son of a bitch is. This is something they released by NECA. It's like this big. I have it up there on the shelf. They released it. It's sold out, and then the price went to like $400, $500, $600. It was fucking crazy what people wanted for this thing. Well, they re-released it for anyone wondering, and it's $100 right now. Big Bad Toy Store. They have them in stock, but they're filling pre-orders, so it doesn't show that it's in stock. But if you order it, they'll ship yours. Just a little inside tip there. Wait, what am I looking for? No. Oh, there it is. Dumb. There we go. Do the actors really think are bad? And if so, why on the Talking Dead show they act like all the episodes are great? Well, there's a couple reasons. One, some of them could genuinely think it's a great episode. Two, man, am I in the way here? Hey, Horror Movie Hustle donated $10. Let me answer his question and then we'll get right to Horror Movie Hustle. I'll move this around so we can see some donations as they're coming in. But, yeah, genuinely, they could perceive it's good. Another reason is because actors see it differently. For a few reasons, they can have a blast on set. Some of the most boring stuff for us to watch could be some really fun and interesting stuff for an actor to do, especially if it's challenging their range and their craft and their yada, yada, yada. So for them personally, it could be like their emotions are coming out, they're in it, and they're like, this is like, this is deep. And fans could watch it and just be like, yeah, fuck. That's it, which happens a lot. But so they're coming at it from a different way. Not only that is a lot of times actors see real small slivers of scenes and moments, and then they're waiting, and there's a lot in between. They only see these, let's say, there's a number of different ways, but let's say they see the certain takes that they're doing. They do a few takes. Oh, this looks good. Come here. And the director's kind of showing them in the monitor. Hey, you know how you did this? Do this and this and this. So they're seeing some of that, but a lot of it's raw for them. You know what I'm saying? And they have no idea how that's going to look when it's finalized. Not only that, a lot of some scenes need CGI, so it's way off. And then when they're talking, I would imagine a good chunk of them don't even see the full fucking episode. It's just kind of like what they filmed and what they saw, what little bits they know of it. And again, I'm only saying that because every time we hear an interview, the actors are like, oh yeah, I don't watch the show, but it's fucking amazing. You know what I mean? We always hear that. We either hear that or we hear these people that are like, yeah, so I just got casted for this show. Were you just like the biggest fan ever? And then you like geeked out, and it's like, nope, it was shit. But now that I'm cast in it, I'm like so excited to go back and rewatch it. This is going to be awesome. And you know damn well they're watching something else. They don't give a fuck. And obviously, yes, as Spin pointed out, they're getting paid for it. So there's going to be, unless it's a really bad experience, they're not going to really shit on it. And that's a lot of pressure. And you probably come off as a giant dick if, let's say, someone was like, yo, I want to hire you for this acting gig. And then you just went on air and you were like, yeah, well, it's all right. I mean, don't go in with high expectations. You kind of come off as a bit of a dick. So they're stuck between a rock and a hard place for numerous reasons. But I'm sure some of them straight up know, like, man, this is boring. Okay, let's go here with the Horror Movie Hustle coming in fly with a $10 dono. The new Texas Chainsaw seems to be taking a similar route as Halloween 2018 with a new direct sequel and a 60-year-old Leatherface. I'm a big TCM fan, but not sure how I feel about it. Thoughts? It's usual Hollywood shenanigans. Every time something pops off and is hot in Hollywood, immediately people who want to make money off it say, whoa. Hey, you remember how Steve had that amazing idea and it was going to be this fucking new serial killer? We read the script and it gave me a Woody for the entire time. I fucking scrap all that and bring Grandma back because she's going to fight Leatherface. Why the fuck would you do that? Well, they brought Grandma back for Halloween and it killed. Well, I know, but they brought Grandma back for Terminator and, that was a fluke. I mean, let's not talk about that one. They didn't do it right. It has to be horror, that's kind of like more sci-fi than horror. That's the type of shit they do. There's not an ounce of flesh on my body that believes they genuinely woke up one day and they were like, yo, we're going to bring back the old Texas Chainsaw. We're going to bring back the very first survivor. And no, what they did is they saw what Halloween did, and they did what Hollywood usually does. Let's just do that. And they've been doing this since the 80s. If you go and Friday the 13th, it's a series that I'm ranking right now in these really in-depth reviews. Part 2 is going to be out for anyone who missed it. Part 2 is going to be out tomorrow. I already showed all the editing I did in the beginning of this stream. But anyway, Friday the 13th was just them copying Halloween. Because Halloween came out and it was fire. They used a little bit of money and they made a fuck ton of money. And then they were like, yo, there's all these horror movies coming out with the names of Halloween, the New Year's Eve type. It's holidays and events in the title. I need a title. I need a name. I need something like that. And he just went, it was a guy named Sean Cunningham. He just went Friday the 13th. And then he took out this ad and he ran it all on the name. That is pure Hollywood right there. I mean, in a lot of ways, Hollywood is a lot of things, but they do that a lot where something is popular and it works and they don't go, well, yeah, it worked because Halloween is a massive franchise. Their fan base, They're rabid fans. They are psychotic when it comes to supporting Michael Myers. They are psychotic when it comes to supporting the original part 1 and the storyline that follows after, as long as it corrects the crazy weird shit that it drifted into. They are crazy hardcore fans. A lot of them still absolutely love Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis also has good charisma, charm. She's in one of those nostalgic actors from our childhoods growing up. We've seen her in True Lies and Halloween and a whole bunch of other things. Probably half of the movies that we were watching in theaters growing up. Anyway, a piece of hair is tickling my nose. You got all these different factors added into it. Hollywood doesn't go, well, obviously that's why it was a success. It was decently written. You had a banging score. It wasn't shit. It had some serious problems script-wise, but it wasn't shit, and it was fun. It was cool to see Michael again and done with a Hollywood polish, like deep money polish. Instead of them going, that's obviously why it succeeds, they just go, let's just do that over again. And then when it fails, then they say, yeah, let's not do any more R-rated. I've been saying forever. I think a lot of fans have been saying forever, R-rated can make money. It needs to be a banger. And Hollywood's like, nah, because, our stats show that it's not as That's because you don't make dick that's good R-rated. Sure, you make less money, but you can also merchandise and do other adult collectibles and everything else that you do. And then finally, they got it with Deadpool. But then I guess Deadpool sequel didn't do so well. So I read an article a while back about how they're pulling back and they don't want to do any more R-rated because it doesn't do as good as... It's like, get the fuck out of here, man. All right, we got Phantom Knight coming in with a $5 donation. I voted hate, and I did not even watch it. The only thing good about this show is your review and ranting about it. Keep up the good work. Oh, man. You're review bombing our stuff. Thank you very much for the support. I'm just joking. I really don't care. I don't think there's that many people review bombing it. That's going to really turn the tide of the voting scheme. But thank you very much again. I'm glad they stopped the gay storyline for Victor and why you think they stopped it. Well, first off, why are you glad they stopped the gay storyline? And wait, what was the gay storyline? Or do you just mean like focusing on him being gay? First off, I don't think it is a focus. I think even a lot of gay people would be just happy if straight people, let's be real, shut the fuck up about it and just let's have a good character. Like, Strand is gay. We know he's gay. They set it up. He doesn't have to wake up and drink coffee and be like, do you know I like dick? He doesn't have to do that. We get it, So I think what they're doing with him is good. We don't need a refresher every 10 minutes. And again, I think a lot of people are just happy having a good character that they can go. As far as a representation click. But do it good. Any updates on the next volume is Doomsday Kingdom? Yeah, real soon we're going to have something for you. We're going to actually, real soon, we're going to be telling you something. And very soon after that, it's going to be releasing. So it'll be exciting. It won't be like, oh, hey guys, this is what's coming out. And then you wait 6 months. We're going to make an announcement soon. And when we do, we're going to have like a really tight release window for you guys who want to read the next installment. Bro, Diverged is the lowest rated Walking Dead episode of all time. Lower than Fear 5, World Beyond 1. And that is the saddest shit I've ever seen. I'm embarrassed. Yo, Diverged is the lowest rated. And it got review bombed to hell with 10s. Diverged got review bombed so crazily, you can actually at one point in time scroll through it and see nothing but 10s. 10, 10, 10, 10. And people were honest. They were like, yeah, I'm giving it a 10 because everyone hates this episode and I liked it. So even though it was like a 5 out of 10, but nope, I'm giving it a 10. You go and read it. We made a post, or at least me and someone else put a post on, I think it was Julian. He put a post on Twitter about it because fans were they just couldn't handle that just any blah episode was shit on. It was a bad episode. Get over it, I still don't buy that Dakota was the one that saved Morgan. That little girl really able to drag him up out of the gulch. Listen. I thought about this as well. Not only did... hold on. I'm going to pull it back up here. Let me move this. I'm going to pull the episode back up because, correct me if I'm wrong, but she pulled him out of the gulch. I'm pulling it up right now. Season 6, episode 1. She pulled him out of the gulch, and then she drug him up a ladder into... I remember Morgan being in a building where... Motherfucker, I just exited out of it. I remember him being in like a water tower with stuff hanging up, and it was like a ladder, like a little metal ladder. And didn't that guy drive and slam into it? Like this guy is, yeah, he's the bounty hunter. Morgan, he's dying. All right, so we see Morgan in a car. I'll show you guys some stuff here. Here we go. So we see Morgan in a limo, and he's hiding from... He's in bad shape, so... Let me get this turned down a bit. Here it is. There it is. So they want us to believe that... What's her name? Dakota took Morgan out of the gulch. I'll be honest, I don't even know what the fuck the gulch is. Is that like a steep hill or something? I know what the definition of the gulch is. I understand that. I'm just talking about in the show. How did they have it set up? I just remember it looking like an old western town. But anyhow, so they drug him out of there, took him out of there. Visually, I'm assuming it was rough. And she carried Morgan up this? What? Like, even a grown-ass man, I know in movies and TV shows they cheat it how heavy a dead body is, and you don't even need to be dead to have dead weight. It's as it sounds, dead weight. Old people in a nursing home, people that are passed out or drunk or injured or knocked unconscious, whether you're in a fight or whatever, if you have ever experienced dead weight, getting rid of something rolled in a rug. If you have ever experienced that, you understand fully how friggin' difficult and hard it is to deal with a body that's just done. And you want me to believe that she drug him up here? He can't even carry himself up there, given he's wounded. But what? What type of shenanigans is this? Sometimes sometimes I feel like these writers don't think about, don't think. Sometimes I think they go like this. What's a cool reveal? Dakota. All right. Does it match anything we've done up to this point? No, but it doesn't matter. Why not? Well, because why the fuck should it, you know? Like, what? Ronnie, in order to combat dwindling viewers, will they finally bring in the ninja vampires? We've all been waiting for the main show to introduce them since Terminus. Ninja vampires. I'm not sure where you got that from, but no. You should play Days Gone. Great zombie game with a great story. I played it, and I played it on the YouTubes. I did a stream on my main channel, this channel. When my first impression, I did a stream, and then I played like 20 hours, and then I moved over to my Ronnie Hayes channel. Next month in May, they're releasing, aren't they releasing Village? I might stream Village on my Ronnie Hayes channel. However, I think at the end of May or June, I'm going to be getting Days Gone on the PC just to play it upgraded. I want to replay Days Gone, but I decided to wait because I already played it. I already beat it, but I decided to wait until I played it on the PS5 just to see it a little cleaner. However, it's going to be cleaner on the PC than it is on a PS4. So I'm going to play that and see how it is and if it's fun. So I will be doing that, and I might as well stream that. But like I said, it's going to be down the line because I think they're doing Village first. I'm glad they stopped. I already read that. I always do that. Do you think Fear the Walking Dead final season or Walking Dead, I'm just making shit up now as I read it, it's going to be as big as they're saying, or are they just going to say the same old... They say the same old hype shit all the time. Do you think the Walking Dead franchise will ever get back to being a must-watch TV, or are we just seeing the demise of it all? Yes, I think there's always going to be a chance for it to make a comeback. There's always a chance. It just matters on what they do moving forward. I think the best chance is when you see all of the Walking Dead stuff done and finished, and then you have a waiting period, and then it could only be a year, 2 years, 3 years. They have a waiting period, and then they bring out something, a whole new something, because that would mean that they really restructured, came up with specific storylines, and figured out how to write it to make sure it worked. Horror Movie Hustle. Is that another $10 donation, homie? I appreciate that. My bank account appreciates that. Great news, Ronnie. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Great points, Ronnie. Thank you. Speaking of Halloween, what are your thoughts on the Tony Moran controversy? As a fan, I felt bummed and kind of hurt, to be honest. Hard to watch. I think Tony Moran is a cocksucker. That's what I think. I think when he goes to bed, he close your earmuffs for anyone who's sensitive. I don't know why we curse a lot. But I think he enjoys a big, beefy cock in the back of his throat. For anyone who doesn't know who that is, Tony Moran played Michael Myers for like half a second. In the original, it was when he took his mask off, and it was like barely there, He played him for like half a second, but he touts himself as being an asshole, and that's fine because I come off not on purpose, but believe me, it's not on purpose, but I come off as an asshole. I've heard it all my life. I don't mean it, but I just come off that way. But this guy legitimately takes pleasure in coming off as an asshole. So he'll just shit talk Halloween. He'll shit talk the fans. He'll shit talk about how fans even want to pay him for his autograph. And he says some dumb shit. He went on a homophobic rant the other day. Not the other day. I think it was a few weeks ago. Doing an interview talking about how the Tyler Mane, the other Michael Myers, is a nobody and he sucks his dick and he did it before him, all because he showed his face. We all know Nick Castle's the Michael Myers. I mean, we all know that, right? Because he played Michael Myers, the body, the shape. He was Michael Myers for the whole fucking thing. I don't know a lot of people that even know Tony Moran. I didn't even know him until this controversy, and I'm a massive Michael Myers and Halloween fan. I got a little Michael Myers fucking doll to my side. It's not a doll, but it's a 1/6 scale. I got Myers shit. I got a Michael Myers mask. Yeah, right there. Bam. I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm pointing at. But yeah, we got Michael Myers mask, Myers there. I got the movies, you name it, some steelbooks, some sexy steelbooks. We're going to be reviewing it later into the year, leading into Halloween Kills. A lifetime fan. Since I can remember as a kid, I've been a fan of that. And I never even fucking heard of you, Tony Moran. Maybe in a book, and I'm pretty sure I did. Like, I heard of you in the behind the scenes stuff. But because you just showed your face for like 2 points of a second, that doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean? I probably was like, oh, so you're a nobody, and I just forgot about you. But yeah, he went on a real off-the-wall rant. Yeah, Tony Moran showed up on a few hours on set. Thank you very much, AP. I'm glad that you miss me. Glad that you love me, too. Yeah, I think he's a real dick. I think it's a shit way to, especially since here's a guy who, and it's funny if you really think about, he's talking so much shit on Halloween, and he's like, yeah, I thought this movie would be so stupid, and it's got Halloween in the title. That's so stupid. Here's a guy who saw something that was so special, and he was so fucking dumb, he couldn't even see it. And he was on set. He was there when they filmed it. He was there when they had premieres. He was there in the middle of it, right? He was in the middle of it, and he was so dumb, he didn't even see the charm in it. And then he's going to turn around, and because he screwed up half of his life, he's going to turn around, project his screw up onto everyone else and be like, well, yeah, since, what's a good way to put it? since he didn't capitalize on the success of Halloween, he's just going to call it stupid. Well, of course, if I bought a lottery ticket and it was $1 million and I never cashed it in and then it expired, of course I'd be like, yeah, fuck the lottery. It's so stupid, right? Am I right? Am I right, guys? Only idiots play the lottery. You just throw all your money away. Am I right, guys? You know, like, fuck no. You're just a salty asshole. That's it. One salty ass cracker. That's all you are. You're a fucking saltine, bitch. One thing I don't like, as a fan and as a content creator, as someone who has created a comic, I couldn't, and I'm talking about like created something. Someone who has self-published a comic. We have hundreds of fans. I couldn't even imagine. I can break balls like the best of them, you know. I'll make fun of your mother, you know. Whatever. But I couldn't imagine seriously sitting down, having people pay for your autograph, and then act like, yeah, look at these fucking idiots, you know. And then turn around and marry people wearing the Michael Myers costume, at the same time talking about how stupid a movie called Halloween about a guy in a stupid mask and everything's just stupid and dumb. Fucking idiot. Ronnie, do you think Art the Clown has the potential to be a next big horror icon? First off, yes. He might be losing it a little bit just because he's just kind of not floundering, but he's doing his thing, but he's not... he needs better story and actors, okay? He's never going to get out of where he's growing. There's potential, but he needs better story and actors. I think the guy who does the clown is great. However, you need better story and actors straight up. It's remarkably bad how terrible the acting and story is for... and I defend the story because when I watched Terrifier, I just wanted to see a bunch of gore because that's what we knew it from the, what was it, Tales of Halloween or some shit like that. It was Art the Clown and it was gory as shit, right? Off the wall gore. It was kind of like that bringing back that because in the 80s and 90s you had this feeling in the industry of special effects artists, how they would one-up each other on a practical effect, and the fans felt the same. The next movie, how would they do that and top that and do this, especially if you bridge the gap between the zombie genre and the horror genre. Because the horror genres had better stories, but the zombie genre had just ripping and eating off flesh right off the body. I mean, it was so fun and cool. How would they pull off the next big, gore fest? Anyway, so Terrifier, I'm fine with it just being focused on that gore. But it needs to step up its game and bring some more power to the plot and bring in some at least decent actors. Because the story is stupid. Am I a huge Halloween 70th fan? Never heard of him. I know, right? I don't know who he is either. He only had like 3 seconds of screen time, and Halloween ends. I argue that George Wilbur is the true Michael Myers. Let's see what your argument is, buddy. I don't get into... who's the Jason Voorhees, who's the Myers. I don't get into that as much. I think Jason is a little more out there because they switched it up like crazy. The Kane Hodder was it for, I think, the most consistent and well-known. I think he gets the what up for that, but I'll be honest with you. I never heard of George. What am I looking up? No. Played Michael Myers in Halloween 4. Well, I think that's why I never heard of him. I'm not a big fan after a certain point. Like I don't like the Halloween 4, 5, or 6, whatever. Halloween H2O. Halloween Resurrection. Some of those I just think are an embarrassment, but they're fun to watch in that nostalgic way. But I understand your point. Like that's your, personal pick, but the context of how we're saying it is the first person who played Michael Myers. Like that's why this Tony asshole is saying he was, but he's not. It's Nick Castle. He was the shape, and more consistently, he was the body and shape throughout it. Tony was just the face for a few seconds. George, honestly, he could be your favorite, but he just simply doesn't count because Michael Myers was already done 3 different times before part 4. And again, in that context, why doesn't Al demand or intimidate Sherry to get her SWAT truck back? Hey, wait, where was Al? Where is Al? I totally forgot about her. Where is she? Will Morgan ever find out Rick is dead, and will he eventually lead people back to the original show? The more time goes on, the more I'm thinking he'll find out, but I don't know. Is it going to be after? Is it going to be in between? Is it going to be in a separate movie, a separate series, spinoff? Have you watched any of the Hatchet movies? Oh, I love the Hatchet movies. The Hatchet and Terrifier from Art the Clown, which, speaking of Art the Clown, let's see, Art the Clown. I got to show you guys this. For those interested, I have the Jason Voorhees 1/6 scale figure, the Michael Myers, and Scream. They got an Art the Clown one coming out. I think the character visually has a great look, great face. I like when he does the smiles. Good, right? Creepy and gross. He's gross to look at, so it's a good look. Anyhow, let me move this back over there. Let me bring this back up. The gore being a huge part of the focus for Art the Clown and Terrifier, that's the same way as in Hatchet. Hatchet has this heavy focus. It doesn't really care if the actors are fantastic. It has a really simplified plot that's kind of paying homage to all the old 80s horror. It kind of more has like a Jason Voorhees feel to it, a Friday the 13th vibe to it as far as the homage goes, but it has that fantastical gore effect, practical effects, and that's what I love about it. I love it a lot. I think Terrifier and Hatchet have like a real good, solid cult fan base. They got figures coming out, and that's one thing I always bring that out because that's when you know. When you start getting merchandise and you start seeing figures and action figures and you see them in stores like Target and Walmart, you can go to the store and buy 2 different versions of the Hatchet character. Victor Crowley, that's his name. That's made by NECA Real Toys. That's how you know the franchise is doing good. Terrifier could do that. It's starting to do that with Trick or Treat, but it needs to lock down that NECA license and not just make it themselves. I say it needs to lock down NECA making the figure, and that's because you get their fan base as well. So everything you do when you have content like that is you're like vines. You want to grow all over something. So you don't want to keep doing it yourself. You want to put it out there so that way, those 5,000 fans that collect the NECA horror stuff that never heard of you would be like, oh, NECA's making that? Oh, that looks, gory and cool. I'll get that too. So I'm hoping that we'll see that. They still need to do it with Victor Crowley. They did the retro cloth, but Al was busy being taken. Being taken? I'm lost. Where is Al? Did you watch a trailer for Army of the Dead? Are you looking forward to it? I'm looking forward to it as dumb, fun, whatchamacallit? Just dumb fun. There's something I want to say. A friend of mine, I didn't know this, but a friend of mine was telling me like 2, maybe more. I'm going to say like 4 months ago. Maybe not, but it felt like it. A friend of mine's telling me this new zombie movie coming out that he read a leaked script of it, and he talked about the dumbest shit I've ever heard, where I was like, That's fucking stupid. I mean, I know people make fun of this. Like, I don't want to get into spoilers here, but let's just say, just in case, like zombie fucking, for example, right? But you'll understand if this is correct. And he's telling me this, and I'm like, bro, what? We have to watch this when it comes out. So I'm half listening, and he tells me what it is. I forget about it. And then you guys all tell me, Army of the Dead, Army of the Dead, Army of the Dead. I was talking to him just the other day. We haven't talked to each other about zombie stuff, Army of the Dead in a minute. And I mentioned, yeah, I'm going to watch that Army of the Dead. The trailer looks all right. And he's like, wait, really? He's like, what about, you know? And I'm like, oh shit, that's the same fucking movie, you know? So I did hear pieces of some leaked script. I don't know if it's legit or not. I don't know if there was changes made or not, but we'll see. I did look up something after the fact, and I haven't confirmed it. You know, I don't know. Other people, I only looked up 2 or 3 things, but it seems like it might be the case. All I'll say is I am definitely interested, but dumb fun to watch. Well, in 5 years, which network or streaming service will Doomsday Kingdom be on? It's only a matter of time. It is only a matter of time. 7 years. Let's say 7 years. To be honest, I really don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Normally, I would have said 2 years ago, I would have said Netflix. Easy. But Netflix is turning into something a little bit different. They're turning into more focused in... I don't even want to discuss it, but they're more focused in pulling where they politically stand, pulling more agenda, let's say, focused. They're more agenda focused, and more so. Normally, I would have just said them, but again, I'm not really sure. Fucking anybody at this point, as long as it gets made right. They mentioned Al was with Alicia on a supply run. Oh yeah, they're right. The supply run. Yeah. Hatchet 4 was dumb. Robert, Hatchet 1, 2, 3, fucking 4, they're all dumb. That's why they're fun. It's just dumb gore. Stopped halfway through season 5. It just got really bad. I stopped watching. Got 2 ads, didn't skip them, just dropping by to say hi and show support. Don't watch Fear the Walking Dead and never will. Hey, thank you very much, Wang Stain. I don't know how you got 2 ads on this or one of my older videos. I did not put ads on this. You should not be getting ads on this live stream. I did not. My live streams purposefully have no ads on them. Just so you guys don't have to deal with that shit. We're supposed to be live. Ronnie, the current rights lawsuit situation with Predator is BS, man. So frustrating. Been waiting years for NECA Ultimate Wolf. Well, the rights situation isn't going to affect the NECA Predators, as far as I know at this point. The other rights situation was a bit different when it comes to Friday the 13th. And again, that's already locked down. Like what they already have licensed and agreed on, depending on if they agreed on the Wolf character yet, it's likely still going to release. Like the Jason Part 7 figure, that's still coming out no matter what, because they already agreed on that. The rights with Predator, though, that's interesting because it's a legitimate claim. It's not some asshole shit where people got in an argument and, you know, whatever. That's a legitimate claim. The people who created the Predator originally, it's now their time to reclaim the franchise that they created. I think it's like 35 years or something, which is pretty interesting. I always used to joke about getting so rich to the point where you can buy like the Predator franchise. Now I wonder, how would that work? Let's say I was a billion, trillion, billionaire, millionaire, and I said, oh, I'm buying the franchise, and I bought it 4 months ago. How would that work? Like if I just bought it and then they sued, is that now do they have to wait another 35 years? You see what I'm saying? Like, or would they be able to sue me now? And then what if they sued me and they had a real solid case? Would I lose? I don't know. That's so weird. I wonder how that works. I have no clue either. All I know is what little bit I read in an article about it. I don't know much else. You're not even allowed to have characters smoke cigarettes on Netflix unless it's set. Yeah, that's so fucking dumb. That's so dumb. I know they have what is it? They have a show called, come on, man. Snowfall. Really good on Hulu. Some of y'all have told me to watch it, and it is noticeable that there's a clear focus on having the characters not smoke as much. You see some characters smoking cigarettes, but I'm talking like in the 80s and 90s. I mean, get the fuck out of here. Bro, they were smoking in hospitals. They were smoking in airports. They were lighting up everywhere. When I was little growing up, you could smoke in restaurants, and that's how like it was. And it was when they first started doing non-smoking sections, or maybe they always had it, but since my parents smoked, it became more and more like a thing. It was growing bigger. So as I was getting older, you would have your smoking section, non-smoking section, but it was getting bigger. It used to be the smoking section was fucking the whole thing. Then they would have a little non-smoking section, and then they would have in a few years it switched to where the non-smoking section was bigger and the smoking section was this little yada yada yada. Man, I don't know. There's something about that. Just being able to smoke in the it sounds so insane now, but that's legit how it was. You know, going to a restaurant, and it was just a fucking 10 years ago. Anyway, then our state in Pennsylvania banned smoking indoors, and then it was indoors and then like 5 feet from the door, some stupid shit like that. But in those old shows, people smoke like crazy, and when you see someone have a cigarette and it's like, oh yeah, no one smokes in this show, it just looks weird. Just film it how it is, you know? Who gives a fuck? As a fan of Mortal Kombat, are you a fan? I'm kind of a fan. I was a fan as a kid, and I haven't been impressed with a lot of what they did since then. But I'm still a fan at heart if they make something that's cool. I went to see the new Mortal Kombat earlier. I thought it was a fun time, an improvement over the older ones. I thought it was fun. I had a lot of fun going to see it. It had problems with the story, definitely. It had problems with the fighting. That was my biggest disappointment with Mortal Kombat as a movie. The fighting was that like this. All right, ready? 2 characters are going to fight. And the cameraman just has a seizure. And then a lot of fast stuff, 3,000 edits. At least when I go back and watch the old Mortal Kombat, you put it on and you see them. You see them fight. They kick each other, punch each other, and you see it. They throw each other in the, with this movie, you don't see a lot. You really gotta, wait, what? What did he do? Swear to God, I got 2 ads, but I never skipped them in the videos. In this, that's crazy. I'll double check, but that's crazy. You guys should not be getting ads for the live stream. I hope the creators of Predator get the rights back, get it away from Disney. To be honest, because they'll sell it. They'll sell it off. They're not going to get it. In fact, I don't even know. I haven't even looked into the people who are suing for the rights, the original creators. But I'm under the assumption that they're going to get it and then relicense it out for a lot of money. They'll get it and then be like, okay, who wants it? That would be like a life dream. Because I think the Predator design for a creature it's perfect. It's fucking perfection. Man, to do something like that, like just give me the franchise for 10 years. Listen, I'll make you richer than you can't believe. And that's only because I'm a psychotic fan about it. Oh my God. And in a greedy way, I want like a really good Predator movie. Fuck all this other stupid shit. I want a really good Predator movie. I'd probably start from scratch and piss everyone off and say, Predator, Predator 2, and Predators. That's all canon. as of right now. Anything else is no longer canon. And that's where we would start. And then I would bring in Arnie for some shit, some final send-off. He's getting older now, so I'd give him a proper older role where we rely more on his experience and don't try to just take old man Arnie and put him as young man Arnie and redo what they did in the past. No, he's going to have a newer role. He's going to play a different role, and he's still going to get some action, still going to get he's got to have a badass scene. I think one of, off the top of my head, I would keep it real limited to the callbacks, but a Predator's probably going to lift his ass in the air. That would be pretty cool. I don't know. We'll do something. I don't know. Oh man, that'd be a fucking dream come true. Running the show for the Predator. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. It may be that they can't find many smoking actors these days. Well, they don't actually smoke. Some of them can smoke if they want, but you got to understand, they're doing 10, 20, 30, 40 takes. Even smokers aren't going to deal with that shit. They have these organic fake cigarettes, look like cigarettes, they smoke like cigarettes, and that's actually what they smoke in movies and shit. Not all the time, but I would imagine it is now because everyone's a little whiny bitch, so they're probably like, ew, you're like killing the air. The Witcher is a prime example of Netflix pick an agenda over accuracy to material. They adapt. Wouldn't want to see them do the same to DK. Yeah, that's another problem is, I guess it doesn't even matter at this point. My main focus is we need to get the books rolling for this year because we are behind. I happen to be behind on everything. But getting the books out and focusing on some type of merch line. I'm dedicated to getting a figure line out there. Either paying NECA to do it, the figures, or going with our own guys, our own company, our own something or other, just to put out the base figure. Because I got some good ideas, I think. I would like to take the figures and have it to where they're interchangeable. So if you bought the Rider this year, let's say 2 years later we made the Black Rider, and you can interchange some of their armor, or let's say you popped White Rider's arms and head off, and then you liked the Black Rider's armor better, you could just pop his head and arms off and then switch them, so that way you can have essentially two figures reverse, figures that you can interchange. Same thing with the weapons. Keep it all in one scale. And then this is good for collectors because then when they're putting their stuff on display, if one character comes with like 15 different weapons for whatever reason, and another character comes with guns but no knives, you can, switch them about. And even when it comes to switching heads, I want to make everything as easy as possible so customizers can have fun tinkering with it. And again, I think that is a little bit to give the fans something extra, the collectors, but also I think it'll help sales because you'll be getting people that will say, that's a cool looking figure, but I don't give a shit about this Doomsday, whatever. But I can turn that figure into this other character, so they'll be buying them as well. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Remember Exorcist 3? Herschel was smoking doctor? Yeah. Her Ronnie, is Vin Rames going to be in Army of the Dead? Because I read in Dawn of the Dead he escaped. Army of the Dead is a sequel of Dawn of the Dead. Army of the Dead is not a sequel to Dawn of the Dead, unless I have it all wrong. I did not know that was the case. Is that the case? I wouldn't think it's the case because, as far as I know, Zack Snyder created Army of the Dead. That's what it said in the credits. A story created by him. He doesn't own Dawn of the Dead. He did the remake. He directed the remake. He doesn't own the rights, though. So unless I'm missing something, he can't do that, Again, unless I'm missing something. It was also legit that they have banned cigarette ads on TV since the 70s prior to the Fred Flintstone did ads for cigarettes. Shit changes. Get used to it. Spin, you're awfully moody tonight. Where's that coming from? We're just discussing things changing. I don't ever remember. I don't know where you're getting that from. I don't ever remember saying I wish it would change. I was talking about how it has changed. I prefer it the way it is now. I want families to be able to take their kids to stores. When I was younger, I didn't even think about families because I was a kid my damn self. But when you get older, you kind of think, yeah, I don't want families to go to restaurants and their kid is around smoke to any degree. If you don't want your kids around smoking, you shouldn't have to go out to restaurants and you shouldn't have to not go to a restaurant you like just because they have smoking. So I'm fine with the change. I think we should keep the change. You want to smoke, go outside. That works for me. If they made smoking sections for going outside, I know certain bars do it. I'm cool with that. I prefer that. So I don't know where you get that I have problems with the change when I actually like the change. I'm cool with it. I just think it's crazy how different it was then to now. But I do have a problem with not showing it in TV shows that are period pieces because it doesn't fucking make sense, you know? It doesn't make sense at all. When you have one guy smoking, the whole house would be a cloud, and that's just as real as it gets. You got all these people bagging up drugs and, they're breaking bud down. Each of them would have a cigarette hanging from their lip. You know what I'm saying? The whole room they'd be chain smoking. That's what it would look like. Are you looking forward to the new Texas Chainsaw movie? I heard Leatherface is supposed to be in his 60s. I'm looking forward to anything that is horror related. Do I have hope that Hollywood's going to do it good? No, because I feel like they're just copying what Halloween did. And that could work. Like Friday the 13th copied what Halloween 78 did. Openly, they admit it. And it worked. So yes, it can work, but I just don't have faith in them. Just make your own movie, call it editor, or something else. I've allowed a hunter monster that edits your body into pieces. Oh yeah, well there's the thing is I would love to just do my own shit for a predator monster, but what I mean by that is it's literally perfect. Having the mandibles with the dreads and the biomask. Like, I want it all, you know? Like, I just want to be rich enough to buy the Predator franchise. That's my only goal in life. Are you looking forward to the new... Okay, I already did that. Something homie just got here. What do you think about Fear? It sucked. Writing 2 little girls to kill fan favorites. I'm not going to really talk about that much because that's old. I already talked about that. I think it's stupid. I hate the smell of smoke, unless it's weed. Yeah, weed smoke smells pretty good. Smokes is nasty, though. Like, even when I smoke cigarettes, I would not smoke in my car. I think, or house. I've never smoked in my house. I think when I was 18, if you're, throwing a party, friends over, smoke inside, outside, I'll smoke inside a bitch, I didn't give a fuck. But in my apartments, I never smoked because it smells stale. You know what I mean? If you were given the chance to write a screenplay for a remake of any movie, what would it be? Of any movie? Predator. Can I pick that? Sure. Predator. Thoughts on making Marvel... No. Honestly, I wouldn't want to remake Predator because I think the first movie is perfect. It holds up. It's not perfect, but it holds up and it's fun. I can watch that. I want more Predator movies, but for a first, it's perfect. It's good. Leave it alone. I would remake Friday the 13th, though. I would turn it into a bitchin' little trilogy. I have the original artwork of the Black Rider's first appearance. Yeah, Spin's got that original artwork. I love that page. That page is fire. Thoughts on Marvel making... Oh, Spin, did I tell you I have one of your pages, your art pages? I forget now. I was supposed to tell you, and I'm thinking I did tell you, but I can't remember what... about the conversation, like because I'm going to send it to you. Oh, that's right. Didn't your package get like delayed? And then I was like, oh my God, what's up with your package? I think that's what we were talking about. But just to let you know, you bought a art, and when I was signing it and sending it to you, your rider, when he has the 3 claws like Wolverine, when he's got that, I guess James did a rough sketch on a piece of paper. I'll send a picture and show it to you. And then for whatever reason, he scrapped it, and then he drew what became the main one. So I still have that like sketch. It's just a thin sketch. I don't even think it's a full picture. It's just like part of his head and part of the claws. I'll send you a picture. But technically that's yours, because I was signing them all, and when I put them in the tube, I left that one on the stack. I'll show you what it looks like though. Want to hear a funny story about how I'm a fucking idiot? Check this out. Look at this. In between doing the Flaw and All reviews for Friday the 13th and Halloween, eventually I wanted to pop in some that were not franchise movies. And I saw this and I was like, yo, American Werewolf in London? Here's a secret. I've never in my life, I love this movie, I guess, I've never in my life sat and watched it from absolute beginning to end. I've always only ever caught chunks of it, but still, like I'm talking, there's probably 15 to 45 minutes roughly that I have not seen of the movie. I don't know how, I don't know, but there are big chunks of it. I, for some reason, always missed the beginning, I want to say, and bits and pieces throughout. But I know what I have seen, I really like this movie. So I wanted to review it. So I find a copy on Zavvi. And apparently it was sold out in the US on Best Buy, stuff like that, because I forgot about it. And then when they were releasing it, I was like, okay, I'll get it, because it's a new scan too from like 2019, something like that. Long story short, I order it. I'm excited. It comes in the mail. I'm excited. The steelbook looks awesome, which is only a little bit of a bonus. I'm excited. But I forgot. Zavvi is in the UK. And if you don't double check, you might get a UK release, which, fuck my life, that's what it is. It is a Region B steelbook. I don't have a region-free player. I'm in America, so we have the Region A. I'm holding up American Werewolf in London. It's the steelbook. It says it down at the bottom. I wanted to review that, but it won't play in my player. So I have two choices, I guess. I guess I can, because I already opened it, I guess I can buy a region-free player eventually, since I want to get a 4K player anyway, which means Lord only knows when I'll get that. Or I guess I could just buy the US disc and then sell the UK disc or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. I'm such an idiot. Remember Predator Concrete Jungle? It had Dutch Brother in it. Yeah, I forget. There was a comic with Dutch Brother too. You talking about the video game? His brother was in the comic as well. Army of the Dead seems like it has the plot of an Asylum Studio movie, but somehow got a Hollywood budget. No worries, I have that page right here, and I'm looking at it. If there is something extra cool. I'll look and double check. I'll send you a message about it, though. I just ordered the same steelbook. Oh, did you? Yeah, I got it. Everywhere had the steelbook for mad expensive, but Zavvi had it for like $25. And I was like, oh, that's a score, because if you're trying to buy it in the US, I think it's like it was $30 at the cheapest, but it was still sold out. I know now it's back in stock on Amazon for $30, or at least it was the other day. But I'm not buying the steelbook fucking over again. What am I going to do with the UK version? I mean, geez. Anyhow, so I think I'm just going to buy like a US version and then pop it in there. You got to get a region free. You know what? I was thinking I need to get a region free because I know I have other Blu-rays that are region B. I know I'm sitting on other movies that are region B. And it's not a lot. It might only be 2 or 3 more movies, but I'm thinking I have to get a 4K player anyway. I don't have to. I want to get one. I say it every year and I never get one. So if I'm getting a 4K player, I might as well get a region free. Then I can watch the 2 or 3 movies I have, get anything. Because I do like ordering stuff from foreign countries, but often I'm looking, can I play that? Sometimes if I have a movie but the steelbook is like fantastic, I may end up just getting it for the steelbook, whether it plays or not. I think I've done that before, but again, only 2 or 3 ones. So that way, I thought eventually I'd get a region-free player. I've never seen American Werewolf in Paris. I don't think so. No, maybe I did. What's the one where they're on the train track and they're in a train and then the werewolves are coming, picking everyone off the train? If you want a good werewolf movie, check out Ginger Snaps. It's probably my favorite werewolf movie. I saw part of that with a girl. We got distracted. And this is when I was, 16 maybe, 17? I got distracted, and I never got back around to rewatching it. You know? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I figured American Werewolf in Paris is the sequel. Thank you, Captain Obvious. But, I mean, like, what's the storyline? What, is it the one where they're on the train? It doesn't matter. I'll look it up. What would be your favorite genre after horror? Probably sci-fi. I like gritty, real drama, though, you know, but I don't know. The program, any DV on the PC will let you watch any region Blu-ray. I'll look it up. I don't think 8K is worth it anytime soon. Look how few people moved over to 4K. I'm a movie fanatic, and I haven't even moved over to 4K yet. I'll get there eventually. What's up, Owen? I think I am running out of time, though. We're gonna have to shut this down. Any last-minute questions about anything? Here's a steelbook actually that looks pretty friggin' fly. Let me show you this shit. Look at this. Now it's got 2 covers. Front is Terminator 2, and the back is Total Recall. And I think the slip cover has them both. So what you're seeing here is the slip cover. Shows them both. It's only at Target. It comes out later in May. Something about it, this artwork here, I love it. I showed this off to a few people, and they don't like it. I think you're crazy. I think this artwork is friggin' awesome. Maybe Total Recall looks a bit off. I don't know. Maybe not. It looks like his jaw's swollen, but he does have like a bulky look in real life. Anyway, yeah, I guess he does kind of look a little off there. But something about this, I love that steelbook. The only problem is I already have Terminator 2. I guess since I don't have Total Recall, I can use this as like the Total Recall, steelbook. But I think that shit is fire, yo. Anyway. Let me get back. Oh, I saw this, bro. If I had the money, I'd be buying all this ridiculousness. This is Weta Workshop's super limited Lara Croft statue. The only reason I say it is because I've always wanted like the classic Lara Croft look. Even in the new movie. Like if they were doing a new movie, put her in, I'm telling you what, knock your bullshit off. Give her some big tits. Give her the fucking classic outfit. Give her the dual guns. Just shut the fuck up and make your goddamn money. And a lot of times for a lot of the fans now, it doesn't have anything to do with having some big knockers run around. It has something to do with the authenticity and the character and her look and yada yada yada. Once you start going in there and say, oh, okay, we're gonna do this character, but she's gonna wear pants, but she's gonna wear long sleeves, and you start making all these stupid changes. We know you're not in it to tell a story. We know you're in it for other reasons. But I just think the classic look, like, sexy as hell. What impresses me the most, or what captures my eye the most, is the something about the green on this tree with the skull there. This shit is fire, man. But this is one of those crazy, ridiculous statues. $1,500. God damn, who buys this shit? But look at that. The way the character's floating in the air, kicking a dinosaur, about to bust off some guns. The artwork is, the sculpt, the paint, I mean, that is fabulous. It's not my favorite look of Laura in her face. I wish they had alternate heads, maybe 2 different alternate heads to pick from. Laura Croft is a character that it's, if they don't get it right, it's tricky. What would be your favorite? Already did that. Buy US disc and sell the UK. You never know. That probably would be the easiest. There's a really bad werewolf movie that didn't come out long ago where it's werewolves on a train. It's from the UK. It's really bad. They beat a 7-foot werewolf to death. Oh, fuck, bro. We might be talking about the same movie. I watched a werewolf movie where they were on a train. I don't remember the end, but I remember the beginning. I was like, oh, I'm digging this. A few stupid moments. You know what pissed me off? I was watching a werewolf movie recently that I really liked. And what was it called, man? It was like on Hulu or something. And at the very end, they do this where they turn the werewolf into just a regular wolf. I cannot fucking stand when anyone does that for a movie. Like, I legitimately, it makes my blood fucking boil. Unless you're gonna advertise it in the beginning, like this kept it hidden. The whole time it was like, whoa, they're building off this idea that there's about to be a reveal coming. And it doesn't come. Nothing comes. It just, what movie was that? They set the camera angle at a certain way, and then the werewolf is just about to show itself. And it's like the camera kind of dun, 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 and then it like zooms down and this little wolf, an actual wolf. I wanted to throw my controller through the fucking TV. I hate when they do that. I think this is called Howl. I think that's the one I'm talking about. I think you're talking about the same one. Open image, female werewolves. Look, here's kind of an image of what the werewolf looked like, and that's not too good of an image. But I don't remember the ending, which means I probably didn't like it as much, because I don't remember it. But I really did like that. That's a cool image. I really did like some of the stuff in the beginning and the middle. Here's a cool image. This is cool to do with werewolf stories. Have the glowing eyes, the fog, the woodsy nighttime. Just, man, you could do something badass. You know what? It's about time we get another really badass werewolf movie. Like, fuck yeah. The Wolf of Snow Hollow was interesting, but it's not quite what you think it is. You do have a werewolf in it, but at the end, there's kind of a different type of twist where it's like, all right, I still had a lot of fun with it, but I really would have preferred if maybe it was a bit different at the end. All right, you're blocking screen. Too bad. I don't know. It doesn't matter what I'm showing you anyway. Just look up Howl. Google Howl. That's on Marvel making Blade PG-13. That's a mistake. There's really bad. Okay, there we are. Ronnie, have you ever seen The Hamiltons by the Butcher Brothers? The Hamiltons by the Butcher Brothers. I never even heard of that. We have like, meh, hate, love, dislike. There's not one vote for dislike. I don't know. I'm going to have to... I don't agree with you guys at all on this one. It's fine, though. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying y'all are smoking that good shit because fuck. Fuck. This was terrible. I think American Werewolf in London. Oh, I see. Because I had to move it over for the donations we got. It doesn't matter. I think American Werewolf in London is on HBO Max, HBO, Amazon Prime. Okay. Well, to clarify, I don't need it for just watching it. The reasons why, maybe I should clarify, the reasons why I go with some collector's editions is because, do you see that big block of text? Yeah, that's all the special features that they pounded into this bitch, which is the reason I get the little collector's editions and some of the steel books and the re-releases. When you watch it on Amazon, and that's likely where I'll watch it just to watch the movie, and it's likely, I mean, another plus is you get it when you're watching something and you're streaming it, you don't get as clear of a picture. It'll still be clear, but because of streaming, it's not as clear as when you get it on physical media. So I get the picture clarity. Gorgeous, looks gorgeous, but it's the special features I'm after. I mean, it's loaded, so I'm gonna watch it on Amazon most likely, but I can't get the special features off Amazon. So just to clarify, if anyone wants to know why, because yeah, it sounds weird now when I'm talking about it, when it's like, well, just watch it on fucking digital, bro. It's like, oh yeah, well, I'm looking for the special features in a big way. That looks sexy AF, but I'll stick with the smaller figures and Hot Toys. Which one was that from? But thoughts on Skybound? Skybound X. I have zero interest in Skybound X. Let's pull that up for anyone who doesn't know what that is. Skybound X. Skybound is the comic company or the entertainment company that is making... or that has published The Walking Dead and others, let's just say. Well, this is, I'll just read it to you real quick. Image Skybound launches Skybound X, a weekly event series with new stories featuring Rick Grimes and the first appearance ever of Clementine. Yes, Clementine from the video games, making her first ever appearance in the comic. Sounds fucking amazing, right? That's what I said at first, but here's where the happens when it comes to my personal interest. I'm sure it's going to be fun and fabulous, whatever. It's just not, I like canon and real. I want it to be, grounded in that world and legit. Here's where the problem for me comes into play. Image will launch a 5-issue limited comic series called Skybound X. This exciting comic event will feature iconic characters such as The Walking Dead's Rick, Telltale's The Walking Dead's Clementine, and more Skybound favorites. Heavy hitter creators, including Robert, blah, 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 blah. That's all the creators. Each oversized weekly issue will kick off with a chapter from Rick Grimes 2000. First off, it's weekly, which is kind of like, oof, all right, well, you got to buy one of these. That's $20 a month. All right, well, how long's it running? Let's see. All right, so... The Rick Grimes 2000, a story originally introduced in the back of The Walking Dead issue 75. That is this. And here is why I am not interested. Walking Dead 75 story. Bada bing, bada boom. At the back of the issue, just to play a joke, they came out with, I think this is just a variant cover a fan did, but they came out with this fake story where Michonne... that's Michonne. Rick woke up in a really scientific lab. Do they have more? Where's the other pages? Come on, man. Come on, I looked this up once before and it had all the stuff on it. Aliens. Where's aliens? All right, yeah. So here's the governor killing Michonne. Ripped her head off. I think this is Invincible characters, maybe. It'll just give you an idea. All right, here we go. So in the back of issue 75, that's 50, Michonne was all futuristic. There's like aliens. Here's Rick waking up. It was as if Rick woke up from his coma. He got knocked out at Alexandria in the comic. Michonne knocks him out in the comic. And it did a joke ending where he woke up from his coma in the future in a sci-fi. Here's Rick right here dressed up like he's an Invincible guy. Michonne is being ripped apart by the governor. The governor's helping. Here's Lori. Lori is the governor's bitch. And then we have these characters. I guess that's Tyrese. Tyrese, what is going on? Am I dead? No, the aliens have gathered us all as we died, turning us into super soldiers for their army, but we revolted. Oh, man. So that's what was already released as a joke ending. Anyhow, so in the back of issue 75, and reuniting Invincible team and Ryan Otley. In addition, all new series with brand new comic book characters will debut through. In addition, all new series with brand new comic book characters will debut throughout. Okay. The first new comic book character featured will be Clementine, the star of the best-selling video game Telltale's The Walking Dead, blah, blah, blah. Will also include new stories from the worlds of Assassination, Excellence, and Manifest Destiny. Surprise, did you really think we would let Skybound's 10-year anniversary pass us by without bringing back some of our favorite characters? We are forever thankful for our community, and yada, yada, yada. Skybound X will be available at comic book shops and digital platforms, Kindle, yada, yada, yada. Here's the covers. You got Rick's with a lightsaber. I think this looks like Ryan Otley did it for sure. Maybe not, but it looks like it. And then you have, this is, I don't know. I shouldn't talk about comics. I'm probably going to piss someone off, but this looks fucking terrible. Is this like a fourth grader drew this? I don't know why we have art like this. I guess maybe if it's like a personal style where it's like I'm going to draw something that looks like a 12-year-old, like a really good 12-year-old did it, you know? Like if my daughter showed me this, I'd be like, "Oh shit, bro, you're getting, you know, like when you're 20, you're going to be on point when it comes to your art. It's going to be fire. I mean, this is fabulous. Excellent job." But we're talking about professionals in the industry. I don't know who did this. I don't even want to look up their name. I just don't even, because if that's how they usually draw, it's whatever. This one kind of looks like something from a other video game, like one of the mobile apps. I believe this is Charlie Adler, but something about this has that mobile app game look to it. But I do like this cover. This is Clementine, and I would say I like the Rick one, but I don't. I like the art. I think Ryan Otley did probably the best job out of all four, but the look of the character and all that, I just don't. I don't know why he has this suit. If it was like Rick, you know, with his white shirt and something, just being Rick, I would probably be like, "Oh, that's badass." Rick with a lightsaber, I'll check out that cover. So that's my point. Is if it was a Clementine story, I might check it out for Clementine. But if this is a Rick story and it's all this fake shit, like I could see how some people will have fun with that, but I have no interest in reading something that has absolutely no substance in anything. It's not, you see what I'm saying? Like, am I saying it right? Like, it's not the real characters. It's not the real story with the real characters. Hold up. We got Kevin coming in dropping a 25 bomb. Let's get rid of this shit. And again, it's not to say like this is stupid. I think this is actually, when this was released, this was one hell of a funny, like, you get cool art. Here's your characters and aliens and wild. and he didn't tell fans, and I think that's the best part. They were reading the comic, and all of a sudden it turned into color, and it turned into a fake story of an alien invasion, and fans were just kind of like, well, most fans from the letter hacks, they got it, but there was like 20% of the fan base that is just a little slow to catch up with the rest of us, and they were like, oh my God, how could you do this? So it's funny when you go back and look at it, but still, it was fun for that purpose. But even when I read this, I'm lost. Somebody help me explain, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, you're just taking characters that exist, and you're like, all right, well, Marvel and DC do it with Batman. They just do random stories. So let's do it with Rick, Clementine. I feel like that's what they're trying to do. And I'm not down with it. I would rather, I don't know. I don't want to say little snippets, but I would rather them do new characters and new stories. I don't know. I know why they're not doing new stuff, because we like The Walking Dead. So it won't sell as good as, because they're using The Walking Dead because it sells. They're not using it. They're not doing new stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway, Kevin, thank you very much for the $25 donation. Trim those bangs. I'm going, brother. I'm going to take your $25. I got to take my daughter to the salon and get her hair done first, I promised, and then I will get my hair cut. Trust me, I promise. I'm used to shaving my head bald and buzzing it. It's not safe nowadays, though. People think I'm a skinhead and shoot me on sight. But I used to keep my head buzzed all the time, especially in the summer. I hate having to deal with hair. It just gets in the way. I don't know what to do with it. I don't fucking know. Always good to hear your voice. Keep up the strong work, my man. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Tomorrow or Tuesday, we have this beast dropping right here. Look at this. Oh my God. It's not even loading. There's so much information. It's not even loading. Here we go. Never mind. It crashed. I was trying to show you guys what I have going on. Yeah, here we go. Look at this. You see all that shit? This is what's coming. Either tomorrow or Tuesday. It's almost done. I just got to add a little bit more. Look at all that. That's not even... Just keeps going. All these little blocks is a singular edit. That little sliver, and then you have all these. This is the audio track. All these are getting deleted. See this movie muted? And then we have the ending. I see I got to touch up the ending here. You guys can't see. Let me move this over. I got to touch up the ending here. And then I got to add the numbers up top. See how we have numbers up here? I got to add in the 2 tracks up here. And then I got to go through and proof it and make sure the numbers are correct. The countdown is correct. Some of it's fucking funny, though. I was laughing because there's this one scene. Tension popping up all throughout the runtime. It's crisp. Yeah, I think it's... No, I don't think it's right there. Yeah, this one where I did a little goof thing where I was sweating. Oh, you guys can't see it. Yeah, right here. It's a joke. Wait. Tension popping up all throughout the runtime. Wait. Yeah. Here we go. Terry undresses. It's a joke. It's a bit ambiguous how the counter was going crazy. I tried to get that better with a different effect, and it took me like 2 hours, and I was like, fuck this, man, I'm done. Yo. That's not the one I meant to point out, though. There was one where she's like, is Jason Jason could be a frightened retard, and I just had to laugh because I'm like, what type of shit is that? What kind of writing is that? Yeah. Anyway, that's coming. I'm real proud of that one because it is just a lot put into it. I'm definitely proud of that one. Anyhow, Thank you very much, Kevin, again, for the donation. Heisenberg's being real weird. Do you actually think Jason built that shack? I don't think Jason built the shack at all. I think it was an old shack from part of the campgrounds, and he just started living there. In the beginning, though, I do explain, and I rarely hear. Matter of fact, I'm the only person in my life that has ever talked about this. I don't know if it's big in the fandom, but once I say it, I'm going to have 1,000 people say, oh, yeah, totally. That's what I thought. But I've never in my life heard anyone say this. Everyone tells me, that's a Jason Voorhees fan, that Jason Voorhees didn't drown. He ran into the woods and he lived there until his mother was killed. And then he found her body, witnessed her die, found her body, and then took her head and lived in the shack. That's how it's talked about in the movie. That's how everyone that I've talked to, that's how they say it. That's what they say. And I've always hated that because it sounds so fucking dumb. And then people, I forget when, but it's been a few years, but I used to think like, well, if that's dumb, like then how did it play out? I mean, what happened? So my version, my little personal retcon is that he didn't drown, and it broke his mother, and he almost drowned. Maybe they revived him in an ambulance or at the hospital. He wasn't the same, but she was broken in her eyes. When she says like Jason drowned, like she means it. Like she's touched, she's crazy. And that fits so much fucking better than, oh, well, he drowned and then ran and lived in a shack as a boy. No, man, he fucking, in her eyes, he drowned. Obviously, when she just says he drowned, and you're thinking drowned means death, but sure, he almost died. And here's the best part. If you think Jason was alive, a lot of people tell me, well, he's just a kid in part 1 and he's a grown man in part 2. Well, that's because he drowned in 1957. A lot of people forget this. He drowned in 57. Part 1 takes place in 1979. Jason's not a kid. I don't know where fucking people get this. In part 2, Jason's 20 years old. In part 2, in the beginning, he's 20. He's 25. I think he's 22 in the beginning for real. In 27, he's 27 20 minutes in because part 2 takes place 5 years later than part 1. So a lot of people get real weird with the timeline, which again, I don't fucking understand. I think it's because he jumps out of the lake as a kid, and that confuses some people. That was a total dream on Alice, and it was symbolic of a mental break. I talked about this in part 1. His mother, Mrs. Voorhees, had a mental break, and when she's breaking down mentally, she envisions Lake Jason. And when Alice has a mental break, she envisions Lake Jason. It's just a dream, nothing else. Jason was, and here's where it gets real fun, he was with Mrs. Voorhees, or he was at the cabin, that little shack, waiting for her to come get him, and she's going to kill some of the people there. She kills Annie. She kills, what's his name? Ed or whatever, the guy how she slit his throat. And then Jason's the one that hangs the body and shoots arrows through it. It fits because then Mrs. Voorhees in part 1 supposedly throws the girl through the window. Mrs. Voorhees is a tiny older lady. She is not throwing the girl through the window. And then she runs away, gets her Jeep, and drives up to the same window that she just threw a body through. It is kind of really stupid. However, if it was Jason that threw the body through the window and then Mrs. Voorhees drove up, a few minutes later, it fits. It actually corrects some stuff from part 1, but it makes it real fun to think about if you just tweak a few things. Again, Jason did drown, but he didn't die. He was, he almost died. It was a very close call. His mother hit him utilizing the drowning because people were convinced he drowned. They didn't know he was revived in the ambulance. But she used that as an excuse to hide him from the world, to protect him from the world. And I think that fits like perfect. And again, that's as good as it gets because they already did so much shit in the script themselves to try to pretend like Jason, was fucking living in the woods as a little boy. Lord of mercy. All right, let's go. I know I said like 20 minutes ago we had to shut down, but I really mean it. Last questions. I'm late. Did the episode suck? I thought the episode was terrible. According to Ronnie, yes. Well, you can say if you liked it. If you liked it, that's fine. I don't know why people do that. According to the person with the microphone, it sucked. Well, bro, you're not here. I don't know. What do you want me to do? Call you on the phone? Do you want to give your opinion? Here's an idea. Do your own fucking channel, and then according to you, you can let us know if it's good or bad. Check out The Boys Hell Country, fun vampire flick. The Boys of Hell Country. I'll look it up. Robots Werewolf episode was pretty damn good. Oh, Love, Death, and Robots. I saw parts of that. I love that. That was pretty cool. I love physical media over streaming, but I still love streaming. Yeah, I like streaming. I like the ease of it and the simplicity of it. But when I sit down when I'm watching something quick, doing the dishes, or I'm working, but I want to watch something, I'll stream it all day, every day. I think streaming is perfect for that. But when it comes time to sit down and enjoy a movie, no, I'm doing the Blu-ray or some, version of that. The clearest picture possible, no buffering, no skipping. And I got good internet, so my movies don't buffer or skip anyway, but they're just not as crisp as the physical media. But not only that, the sound. I'm doing my surround sound or my headphones, and it's off the player because it's just better than streaming. And again, it's a little bit better, but still, that's how I do it. That's how I view it. Do you still have the Rick Grimes towel you hung on your wall? I want one. Yeah, it's actually right here on this wall, and you can still get them. Thecollectibledead.com, if I remember right. And you have to spell collectible with an A, not an I. Again, if I have it right. Try it either way. But I'm almost positive you could still get the towels. Man, what are they doing with the comics? Sounds so stupid. Just do small side stories and of the damn canon universe. Yeah, that's my problem. Is I don't want to see Clementine in some side story that has nothing to do with nothing. I want to see a Clementine story that's canon, that's real, that means something. So I'm just done. Walking Dead franchise is a bit of a mess right now. Yeah, a little bit of a mess. I don't know if you remember me asking if Days Gone was good a few weeks ago, but I finally played and beat it. Game was absolutely amazing. Well, I'm glad that you played it and enjoyed it. I fucking love that game. How did Jason get his powers? I wasn't aware Jason had powers. Like, powers like that. I know he comes back as a zombie, and he just... We're going to break that down when we get to it. What is your favorite look of Jason? Mine's part 7. Mine is currently part 7. Yep. I want to see more of remake Jason in action. He was a beast, but the way things are going, they'll bring someone in from the nursing home to be Jason. Yeah. Some say that Shaq belongs to Abe from Friday the 13th, part 3. Well, I don't have any comment because we're only on part 2 for now, but... I will have a comment by the time 3 rolls around. Do you think the actor of Rosita is hot? Sure. All right. Let's shut her down. Keep an eye out. I am going to go to bed, and when I wake up, I got a couple things to do in the morning, bright and early, and then I am going to finish the edit. It should be about 2 hours, and then I'm going to upload it, which, again, it has to render. That takes an hour or so. I got to upload it. That'll be quick. Then it's up to YouTube to clear it. It could clear anytime tomorrow, or it'll clear Tuesday at the latest, I'm hoping. And that's YouTube going through it saying... All right, you didn't use too much blood and gore, you didn't curse too much, because if I use too much blood and gore, like there's a little clip where you can kind of see Terry is a little bit naked. Oh, I could do this. I'm so fucking stupid. I am so fucking stupid. I'm trying to... Oh, no, I'm not stupid. I was showing you the... What was I showing you? I was showing you. That's not what I was looking at. The where the fuck is my? Oh, there it is. The work I'm doing in editing. That's why I did it like that. But I'm pretty sure it's not letting me do it. But I'm pretty sure you guys can see that, right? You can see the screen right now. Oh, it does change. Okay. I was trying to show you all the little doodads that goes into the editing. But since I got dual monitors, I can show you this. This is a sample of, I thought this was fun to do. Doing the little bit of tape. Having a little thing here. Now, this is screwed up. I won't get into the reasons why. It should look like this. It should look like this with the wood in the backdrop. The reason why it doesn't look like that is I screwed up over here, and I will go and fix that. I just thought of it. I will go and fix that. It should actually be this. Yeah. This is the reason why I didn't do it, because I'm zooming in on Jason. So, long story short, I won't explain it, but the point is, here's the intro. I fucking love this intro.
What would it be like today? Frightened retard?
How about that? Can you guys let me know if you guys can get sound on that too. So you got add a little sound effect. Got a little Ronnie Hayes. This is all simple stuff. Got a little clip pulling out part 2. Some artwork here. Just joking around. This is all simple stuff. You just lay in some images. Here's neat though. I tried to do a neat little thing with the tape, and because again, it's older stuff, and I try to get like an older, like a scrapbook type feel to it. But here, little. So we go over that. There's yeah, that's all the simple stuff. And then when you get into the more complicated stuff, this is where it gets complicated. Because this is putting the audio tracks together with the bings. Yeah. I thought that was funny.
With or without a bag on his head is a...
Right.
How Jason found Alice and traveled with or without a bag on his head is a reach. Specifically because of his character type. Michael Myers, he is not.
I get a kick out of that. Alright, I'm gonna go. I guess it's that time of night, huh? What kind of messages are you? Can we talk fear? Oh, yeah. I mean, you talk all the fear you want. Don't be too afraid, though. I was just reading some of the shit posting. I'm tired. Good night, guys. Be safe out there, and don't forget to look for the new video tomorrow. I don't have anything prepped, so I gotta kind of delay it while I'm looking for the off button. I got it up now, though. It was just buried in a couple screens. Dude, how late you staying up? I'm done. I am done. I gotta get up early and do some stuff, some adulting. I gotta do some adulting in the morning. All right. Have a good night, guys. Be safe, and look out for that part 2 tomorrow night, probably.